Okay, guys, let's roll. Could there be a by-election? Oopsie, I think I spelled by wrong. Bye, wrong by. Before I tell you about the possibility of there being a by-election in northeast Somerset and Hannam, I thought I'd show you something else. Yeah, it's over on the Wizard site. You know, that was the site where I reviewed the video of Paul Burgess. That was quite interesting. And I wouldn't have normally gone there, you know. Some places you only go to once. And but I went there because our good friend Guardian Moes was there in the middle, yeah. And I tell you briefly what they spoke about. Lots of stuff, really. Advance UK, reform, uh, the man with the moustache, and touched on a lot of subjects. Fairly interesting, I suppose. Guardian Moes gave a good account of Advance UK, I'm pleased to see. Disappointed, though, at the end of the video that the wizard, the guy with the beard, can't see if he's still got his cross on. He said that he would probably vote reform. A bit disappointing, but what can you do? Anyhow, this made me laugh. All I can assume is, you know, I told you that Paul Burgess was bright because he told us he was bright, yeah. Well, I think some of Paul Burgess's brightness rubbed off onto some of the panel today. Anyhow, let's have a listen to what they're talking about. Guardian Moes, by the way, did an excellent job. It was nice to listen to someone who knew what they were talking about and was articulate as well. I wish I could be as eloquent and as articulate as Guardian Moes. He's more thoughtful than me, perhaps.
Yeah, I mean, Nigel Farage, he does talk about it. Talk about Jimmy Lai. He was a businessman. He founded a lot of organizations, and he's been arrested. Well, he's locked up for 5 years so far. In what is now called China. I think, in all honesty, I think just the Chinese Communist Party, they have a total control over Hong Kong. They've annexed it. Hong Kong doesn't have its own military. It's not a country technically. It's a special overseas territories that has, British democracy from the Imperial British Empire handed over to it, and it was signed. Margaret Thatcher, when she signed it, it only lasted 50 years as a contractual agreement between China and Britain. So that expires in 2047. So nobody knows what the future lies ahead for Hong Kong and its people.
Yeah.
Past 2047.
Yeah.
It's
Shocking.
it's a real shame. It's a real shame.
I got to come in here, guys, because it wasn't until today that I knew that Guardian Moes was from Hong Kong. And as you know, I spent a few years out there. I loved Hong Kong. They had to put me on the plane drunk to get rid of me. I remember some of the words, Guardian Moes. What can I remember most? It was a long time ago. Kung Yi Fei Choi and Lap Sap Chung. Yeah, great days. Hey, I'll tell you about a Chinese girl who was on one of my teams when I was with British Gas Guardian. Perhaps you might even know her. She'd be about your age now. She was very young when I met her. Lovely girl. Chinese are nice people. I like them. Anyhow, let's carry on with the story. Now try not to laugh, okay?
Yeah, but some people, like advanced UK members, they be concerned about like someone who's in the college but is living outside of the UK.
Yeah.
And I get, I get that concern, because if you keep recruiting people who don't live in the UK into the college, well,
in Spain still a
how's
British
that?
colony? Is it Spain still a British colony at the moment? Isn't it?
I did. Is Spain a British colony? Ah, no wonder the guy's voting reform. As I said, some of Paul Burgess's brightness must have rubbed off on him. I did leave a comment to let them know that probably thinking of Gibraltar, but is Spain a British colony? Watch him fumble around now, guys. You can have a laugh at this.
Don't know. Oh, right, okay. There's some homework to be done then, I think. I think it's still a British colony. So therefore,
Google it and let us know.
I'll Google it and let you know. There you go.
Well, you can't have two of those in a party, can you? So it seems. What does that? Does that mean like Ben Habib and Nigel Farage? Is that what you mean there, Gina? Because I'm a bit behind on the comments. So Advance UK all the way. Well, Joseph, you and I are going to get on.
See, I'm surprised. I was that kind of thing, and listening to much of the conversation there, I was surprised because I know that education standards are dropping and everything like. But men this age, I thought would have a basic geography and history skills, but sadly no. Anyhow, that made me smile. You can imagine what was going on in the comments. You expect us to listen to you when you don't know anything at all about Spain. Oh God. Imagine them trying to talk about the history of England. Yeah. Oh well, I thought you might find that a bit funny. I know I did. Perhaps I shouldn't have shown it, it is a bit embarrassing, but hey, what was it Rachel Zegler said? It's YouTube, baby. Okay, now we got to get on with the real story, haven't we, guys? You've waited long enough. Let me flick screens. Here we go. This MP, sitting MP, arrested on rape charges. It's the second time he's been arrested for some reason. So he's currently sitting as an independent. Yeah. Second time being arrested on suspicion of rape, sexual assault. So he was suspended from the party, refused to resign his seat in Westminster, North East Somerset and Annan. Yeah. And that got me wondering if it could actually trigger a by-election. Let me think now. If we come up here, let me leave him there, and let's get this up. Those were the results from the last general election. Okay. Dan Norris, Labour, 20,739 votes, 40.6%. Yeah. He was elected and he defeated Jacob Rees-Mogg, Conservative. He came in with 15,000 votes. The Reform candidate had 7,400 votes. Yeah. There was a big change in 2024 when that election took place. They redefined the boundaries. So it just wasn't the loathing of the Tory party that gave him that result. There was a good turnout, 69%. Majority, 5,319 for Dan Norris over Rees-Mogg. Yeah. So that's the reason. Those were the results from the last election. And so the guy's been arrested for the second time, so there's a very good chance that there could be a by-election. I mean, a trigger for a by-election is if a sitting MP has been arrested on a serious charge. This is a serious charge. Has the MP been suspended? Well, he has been suspended. So constituents are left with an MP who may not be functioning normally as a constituents MP. An arrest doesn't mean an automatic by-election. That can only happen if the MP resigns, he's convicted and disqualified, or Parliament removes them. So he could well resign, in shame he should, and or if he is convicted, then he's out, or Parliament could remove him now if they wished. From the look of those charges, wouldn't be surprised to see him on the Epstein list. Yeah, I wonder if there's a file on him in Tel Aviv. Someone's got a little file all about him. I could have checked, couldn't I, to see if he's on the Friends of Israel list. Anyhow, there is a serious side, the democratic question. Should the constituents have the chance to call a by-election if their MP is suspended? So if he's unable to serve or if he's suspended, do you think they should have the right to call a by-election? I think they should. Anyhow, let's come back there and go back here. Could there be a by-election? Okay, guys, that's all I've got for you. You've been listening to Paul Morris, the Green Arrow, bringing you just a little bit of news. I was going to talk about Tommy and the Yemen. Oh, I might as well tell you now. Right, Tommy wants us to bomb Iran. Yeah, okay. And he wants us to help the Kurdistans. Yeah, which would piss the Turks off, the Iraqis, and the Syrians off, who wouldn't like this country helping the Kurds. Yeah. Well, I was looking at the map of the Middle East the other day, and I saw that, looking at Aden I was, yeah, because I spent some time in Aden, and I was thinking, looking at Yemen, and I was thinking, it's funny how Tommy hasn't talked about Yemen, because as you know, the Yemenis are shelling Israeli ships as they come up the Red Sea on passage to the Suez. And I thought, I just don't know, I would have thought Tommy would have mentioned the Yemen. And sure enough, today, what did I see? I won't put the clip up, it's out there on one of Tommy's shorts. He was there, why you should care about the Yemen. Well, they made a change from him saying, why you should care about the Kurds, or why you should care about Iran. I don't care about any of them, Tommy. I only care about the UK, and so should you. Anyhow, that's all I got for you. I'll see you on the next one.